Struck in the first over after tee, giving themselves a great chance to spin from one end and fire and pace from the other end with Archer. Travis Head, the vice captain, Australia's in. Look at this one. As soon as he went back, as Bumble said, it was in trouble. Just skidded and kept low. Down that ledge strikes. He's got one. The crowd behind Archer. New batsman Head. Ravishan the sun. The replacement.
Well, Travis Head
hasn't faced the ball yet. Won't be easy for him. Jack Leach wicket in his last over. Plenty of rough in the eye line. Joe Root's got a leg slip. He's got a slip, a bat pad. Wouldn't mind seeing another one in there on the offside as well. Short mid-wicket. Not sure the big sweep's going to come. Right, now can Jack Leach get something out of the footmarks? Oh, well, I was completely wrong about the sweep. First ball, a big mo.
The shot's on. Whether in these circumstances, I'm not sure.
They're going for him, Bumble. The Aussies are going for him. I think that's a bit of nerves. That's what that is. Just short of Joe Root. It's not easy, this.
What sort of pace? 54, and that's about right. You don't want to be flighting it into that rough area. Drive it in.
That's right. That's the key. You've got to spin it. You've got to spin it nice and hard and into the rough. If you just put it there and expect it to do something, it won't. Get that extra bounce if you spin it in there. That's it, like that. That's good stuff. Good bowling. Perfect foil for Archer. Spin at one end, pace at the other. Test your technique, your temperament, your courage. This is good. England all over Australia here. Oh, goodness me, how was that missed?
Well, he's got the sweep out and decided against it. He's gone through everything. It's going to be byes. That must bounce over the top of the stumps. He's worried and he's concerned about the short leg. And he's playing this shot hopeful that England will get rid of that short leg.
Oh, goodness me, that hasn't missed a lot. That could easily, with that sort of technique, trying to play that shot, as you say, Bumble, to try and sweep, then decide not to. You can easily chop that on, punch it up the bat pad. Just got to settle here, Travis said. He's all over the place. And it's amazing the left-handers worry about that rough. I know it's in your island, but they worry about it so much, don't they?
It's so unpredictable when it lands in there. Is he going to scoot on the floor? Is he going to jump and spin and take the glove?
I think the key is to try and get outside the line. So you want to bat on off stump and you've got to get forward. You can't play back and try and play it off the pitch. There's not enough time. Just get forward and try and smother it. Oh, it's a tidy over. It's a wonderful over from Leach. That's 53 for 3.
This is when he comes into his own, Jack Leach, and particularly against the left-handers in this rough area. 57 miles an hour, that last delivery, so he's going to drive it into the surface. Talk about 57 miles an hour, it's now going to be 90. He's coming again.
Right, it's Archer again. Bat pad, leg gully, 2 slips and a gully or a floating slip, and it's going to be around 90 mile an hour. Labuschagne's done well so far on 20. 8th over for Jofra Archer out of 16. Got half the overs. Well played. Looking at who's to come. Matthew Wade, a left-hander. That won't be easy again to come next. Then the captain, Tim Payne, a right-hander. And then the bowlers. England are close. England are close here. Oh, well bowled again.
He's looked really well organised. Can't stress that he just carrying drinks. Here, are you going to have a go? Like going up 4.
Yeah, but the second ball, the nasty one too on Barger. On his best one for the day so far, aren't you?
The encouragement is there for the fielders. It's ridiculous to say that his pace is down at 88 miles an hour.
Isn't it great for the game? Seeing the fast bowlers, it's exciting. We've had a wonderful summer of cricket so far with the World Cup and England winning. Again, now we've got the debutante coming in bowling 90 mile an hour plus thunderbolts, ashes. It's fantastic test match cricket.
Get Steve Smith, world-class player, really tall.
Hold again. There's been plenty of overthrows here at Lords in recent times. Australia will say thank you. That's the over. It's 57 for 3.
Oh, we've got buzzers. Here we go.
Leach again. It's the right-hander Labuschagne on strike. Is he going to start over or around? Start over the wicket. Interesting, after he knocked over the right-hander, we saw Bancroft around the wicket. One that skidded on with a bit of natural variation. He wants to see if Labuschagne wants to play that sweep shot out of the rough. Number 45 there for the top edge. Don't want your sweeper. They're too deep either. You can see to the right of the screen that man out on the fence. You don't want him too deep. You want that man 45 very fine out of that rough stuff. Not bad pace. He's mixing up pretty well. That's the line to bowl from over the wicket. Not too wide. Make the batsman play. Think to himself, do I kick it away? Do I play it? Nice bowling.
Just working this out, Labuschagne, as to whether he should be kicking it away.
Good bowling this.
You see his mind working all the time, how to deal with this. You can't tell him coming with the ball pitching outside leg stop.
There's that sweep he's trying to get. Good bowling. Quicker one too, that one. 7. Dangerous to try and sweep, isn't it? Trying to get started. Shane's up the general track.
He's just slept there as a fielder, so it's your top edge.
Just good cricket. Up the balls from one end, good spin into the right and the other. Just great cricket to watch. See if Travis Head has calmed down a little. The first few balls, cat on a hot tin roof bumper. Try to sweep half volleys. All right, let's see what he's going to try and do here. That's better. Forward and smother. Good over from Jack Leach, though. 59 for 3. Well, Australia need 208 to win. You'd say that's not even thought of. I don't think Australia even trying to chase that. The keys are there's 30 overs left and 7 wickets. Well, 30 overs to go is the key, and that last figure, 59 for 3, 7 wickets for Australia. I don't think the 208 runs will come into it. I don't think Australia are going for them. As we've said a few times, pace from one end and spin from the other. It's a test out there of courage and technique. Marnus Labuschagne is passing it pretty well. He wasn't even playing in this game. He was running around each morning, probably getting here early to the game, having an extra net session, running drinks out to the players, running around at lunch breaks the first few days, doing gym sessions, and now he finds himself out there trying to save the game for Australia. So it's doing very well at the moment.
And forms have been signed to allow him to play. Got to fill forms in, send it to the ICC. They've got to be signed off.
A couple of worried men there. Justin Langer on the left, the head coach of the Australian cricket team, and on the right, David Warner. Horribly out of nick, hasn't made a double-figure score. 4 low scores. He's a class player. I'm sure he'll find a way. Needs to be quick, though.
Just watching these short balls, they're all nipping back, all down the hill. It's a natural hill here at Lord's, and ball pitches next to seam and jags back.
Be a couple here. Might even get a bit more than that. Just looking at the pace here, Jofra Archer's consistently been up. The last spell we saw yesterday and today up around 91, 92, 93 mile an hour. It's the last over, this over or so is around that 86, 87. It's still quick, but you know, it's 6, 7 mile an hour slower what he has been bowling. Just wonder if it might be worth Chris Royce having a little burst, keep him fresh, try and get a wicket. Don't burn him out right now. And if you do happen to get a wicket or two, let him come firing back in. Bowled 9 straight. A little tea break around the wicket to the left-hander. It's going to be the hardest thing for England. When the game's on the line, you just throw the ball to Archer and hoping for a miracle spell all the time. Back-to-back tests, only 3 days in between test matches. Be very careful. You want him to bowl fast for a long period of time for England. I'm sure he's running on adrenaline. He's only on debut. He's pumped.
Going to watch him carefully, Joe Root. You're dead right, looking at that pace. And I mentioned it sounds ridiculous that you say he's lost his pace, 88 miles an hour. It might be. His options are there. Ben Stokes is an aggressive bowler.
Doesn't sound like much, 5, 6, 7 mile an hour, but it is. It's huge. Well played. 3 from it, 62 for 3.
Nine overs out of the 19 ball by Jofra Archer.
More spin. And I think the key to having someone like Archer in your side is that the other guys, they can just pick up a wicket here or there. Then you get your gun bowler in to bowl impact. You know, ideally you'd only want to bowl in 4 or 5 over spells and have impact, not long spells, as you said, of 9 overs. Leach is providing a good foil here and providing a test of technique for both the left and right-hander. Looks a little more threatening for the left-hander, but there's still a bit there for the right-hander. to worry about. Good shot. Just watching Jack Leach then, I like that. He just tended to rush a little bit those first couple of deliveries. He just had a little gather and a pause at the top before that delivery. I think when everything's happening and the game's going so quickly and you're desperate to get a wicket for your team, you can tend to rush. It can happen in fast forward. Just slow everything down a little. Just make sure you're clear with your plans. How am I trying to get him out? Ask yourself that question. Have a look at your field. Yep, I'm happy. And away you go. Like a man under his nose on the offside, wouldn't you, Bumble? Instead of the cover, let him try and cover drive.
.63 for 3. Just looking, is it going to be Archer again? He wanders across.
Pond's Super Light Gel. This gives your skin 200% instant hydration. For water fresh.
So hello বন্ধুরা, যে হট তো সেইদের সঙ্গে এটা যাওয়ার পর দিনের ভিডিওটা আমি ডেফিনেটলি বলবো চলে যেতে পারেন দাদা। এগুলো কোথায় পেলেন তো অবশ্যই বলবো, যারা এখনো পর্যন্ত পুরাতন ভিডিওগুলো দেখেননি ভিডিওটা দেখুন, কারণ এটা লাইভে একদম ফার্স্টে চলছে। এখান ওয়াচ করার পরে ব্রাউজারে যাই, ব্রাউজার থেকে গিয়ে আমরা নিউ ব্রাউজার নিয়ে পেস্ট রিমুভ করতে ছিল, তাতে অনেক এখানে তুমি কালারটা 50 থেকে আপনি ঠিক নিয়ে আসবেন, টেস্টটা করতে রাখবেন। একটু হালকা লাগছে দেখবেন, এখানটা করে দেখো কোথায় গেল। ঠিক আছে, চান তো লুম হচ্ছে আপনার হতে পারেন, এখানে দেন পাবেন, ঠিক আছে, এটা বেড়ে যাবে। দেখবেন এটা কি আপনি বাদ করবেন, করতে চান তেল করি, এটা যেটা সরি কন্টিনিউ টু আপনার হচ্ছে আপ ডাউন করছে, তো 12তে রাখতে পারেন। তো আপনার একটা ভিডিও এক থেকে বেশিক্ষণ থেকে কম কি ভিজিট করেন, দেখবেন এই যে প্রবলেম এখনো পর্যন্ত করে দিয়েছে ভিডিওর মাধ্যমে। এটা দেখবেন ইনপুট করে জাস্ট নাইট বা রাখছে ভিডিওটা, সেটার মতো দরকার নেই সব এইটা ওপেন সুপার সুইচে আসলে আছে ওকে মানে ক্রিয়েট ওটা এটা মেজার সবার নিতে এটা দেখতে রাখবেন টিম হচ্ছে আপনি যদি এটা মিউট আছে আপনি এটাতে গেন এরপর যে আবার নয়েজ গেন সেট করতে গেন মেজারমেন্ট প্রবলেম হচ্ছে তো অবশ্যই দেবেন। আর এই মোডটাতে লোগো লাগাবেন আপনার গোল থেকে ডাউন থেকে, তো গুগল থেকে এটা মাত্র ভিজিট করুন, চ্যানেলে এসে কমেন্ট করুন, প্রত্যেকটা কমেন্টের রিপ্লাই আপনারা পেয়ে যাবেন। না পারলে আপনারা লাল তো ভালো থাকবেন, সুস্থ থাকবেন, যদি কোনো প্রবলেম হয়ে থাকে ডেফিনেটলি কমেন্ট করুন।
Then he Root chatted to Archer. He's nearly ready now, but Rory Burns, isn't it? Where's he going to stand? Can't stand there.
Hello दोस्तों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Looks like he's going bat pad offside rather than a floating slip and close. He's going bat pad offside. So we've got 2 bat pads, we've got 2 slips in a gully and a leg slip. This might be what you call old-fashioned short stuff. Right, seatbelts on. Oh, and a little fiddle.
तो यहाँ से हम इसकी कंट्री को ब्लॉक करेंगे, ठीक है?
Labuschagne just lost it momentarily there.
इसी में जाते हैं यहाँ से।
Roar of the crowd.
पब्लिक पोस्ट में
extraordinary shot he tried to play.
It's the first real waft you've seen out there, isn't he? He's let the ball go really well. Now they're putting a sort of third man fly slip in. Right. Well, this is nasty. Around the wicket, as I said, bat pad offside, bat pad onside, a leg slip, 1 slip gully, third man, and a fine leg that's pretty fine. And Archer's going to go round the wicket. This is going to be short, it's going to be fast. Well played. Yep, best way to play someone that's on fire is get up the other end.
That really is good play. Gets in behind it. He knows what's coming. Just push it into leg side. He's got to change his line. Left-handed batsman now. Travis Head. Was it 9 deliveries for him? Still to get off the mark.
Oh, Travis Head's away. That'll be 4.
यहाँ से इसका स्ट्रीम की कॉपी कर लेते हैं। मिस कुछ भी नहीं करते फिर नहीं समझ में आने आप। ओके ठीक है, यहाँ तक का हो गया। अब यहाँ से हम स्ट्रीमिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं। ये हमारा मीडिया सोर्स है।
4 more.
ये स्ट्रीमिंग यहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो गया। यहाँ पे हम लिख देते हैं टुडे। ऑडियंस सेटिंग में आएंगे, रिस्ट्रिक्शन में आएंगे। अब हमें कुछ कंट्री को ब्लॉक, सिटीज़ को ब्लॉक करना है। तो सबसे पहले हम ले लेंगे कराची। ये मैं आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन दे दूँगा, वहाँ से आपने कॉपी कर लेना है। उसके बाद
1 ball left of this. I reckon that'll be Jofra Archer done too. I reckon it's his last ball of this spell. So both Head and Labuschagne have seen him off. They've still got spin to deal with, and England have still got plenty of good pace bowling options. Stokes is an option. He'll get the fire in. He's quick. I'd probably give it to Ben Stokes in that pavilion end. Let him just steam in and let a few go. Now that's going down. That's a quick one though. 92.4 that last delivery. It's the over leg by. It's 69 for 3.
अब हमें वेट करना है जब तक कि हमें डिस्नी वाले स्ट्राइक ना दें। ठीक है, डिस्नी वाले क्या करेंगे, इसको ब्लॉक करने की कोशिश करेंगे। जब ब्लॉक का ऑप्शन आएगा तो फिर हमारा थोड़ा हम पॉज करेंगे। अच्छा, ऐसे आपकी ये देखिए, तो जवाब ना कुछ नहीं है, लिख दें तो अभी बात यहाँ हम न्यू टैग आ गया, लाइव वीडियो ब्लॉक। ठीक है,
Jack Leach, 4 around the bat. This looks a good field. Travis Head. I'm going to tell you more about it. Nasser Hussain, Mike Atherton.
Thanks, Shane. What fabulous cricket we've seen over the last couple of days. One of the great days yesterday. And it's been no less thrilling and dramatic today. Bit of rough there to aim at. Jack Leach, I don't think he'll mind Travis Head driving through the covers, or at least he shouldn't.
Not at all, especially if he can get one to just go up and down a little bit more, drop in one of those holes. Rough created by the follow through of Siddle at that far end. Does get easier against spin. When Head first came in, he wasn't picking up length, he was flapping away, he was sweeping. Just trust your defence, it gets easier.
A bit gloomy overhead, the lights are on now. I suspect Archer is done for the moment. Just watch Stuart Broad loosening up at backward point. outside the line. That's a safe shot. Leach is trying to drive the ball into those rough patches outside the off stump. Once Ed gets outside the line and there's a lot of defence there, it's a safe shot. Careful there, the grubber that got Bancroft. Head survived. 73 for 3. I'm impressed with Marnus Labuschagne after that horrific blow. Second ball and first ball was a fearsome welcome as well to Ashes cricket.
Yeah, both mentally and technically. Not easy mentally. Come in, be a sub. One of the greatest batsmen of all time in Steve Smith. Face Archer on a 5th-day pitch. But also technically, it looks very sound, very correct, very organised.
Well, Archer is done as we suspected. Maybe one over too many he was given by Joe Root, but he's lucky to be able to throw the ball to a man who, in this kind of situation and time is running out, you need wickets quickly. Who better to throw the ball to than Stuart Broad? I think it's 7 times in his Test career he's taken 5 wickets in a single spell. The kind of bowler that can feed off the atmosphere in the ground. Signals to Chris Wokes at mid-on to loosen up as well. Maybe he'll have a burst from the nursery end instead of Leach.
Yeah, maybe just with this cloud cover and it's gone a bit gloomy, the lights, we know what it does here at Lord's when it's like this, and maybe just enough of you, Leach. Let's have a look at Wokes in these conditions.
Some excellent cricket today. Wonderfully judged innings, I thought, from Ben Stokes earlier in the day. England were not out of the woods this morning by any means, and he moved gradually from defence to attack. And added 100 or so in the 17 overs after lunch. Now root the declaration. Which I thought was well timed. What did you think, Nas? Declaration.
Spot on. The way that England went about to get to that declaration. You're spot on. The way Stokes and Butler soaked up pressure and then went hard after lunch. I think Joe Root got it just about right. Now over to the bowlers, basically. The weather's played a huge part in the game, so they're always, either side, we're going to find it difficult. In fact, we're still here at 5:30 looking for a result. That's how well the bowlers have done here. A good historian of the game. Can you think of an England cricketer that's made an impact like Archer? I mean, maybe Peterson 05 made such an impact in his first game, Test match.
Not sure I can, to be honest. Peterson did make an impact, particularly in one-day cricket. We've been talking to him at length about that series in South Africa, and an impact here. But it was in a defeat against Australia. Just the kind of electricity around the ground when Archer has had the ball in his hand, and a couple of dramatic moments when he's felled 2 top-order Australian players. I can't think of an England cricketer in recent times who's had that kind of impact. Driven nicely by Labuschagne.
That's why he's been impressive. What won't go on the highlights reel is the leave that he played the ball before. Old-fashioned cricket. Leave, wait for the fuller delivery and then put it away. He's been patient. Not all modern red ball cricketers are patient. Let the bowler come to you.
When this series started, he was the only man past 1,000 runs. This year in the 2nd division for Glamorgan. Although he came in quite cold into the series, he wasn't cold in that sense. Mind you, those first 2 balls from Archer, he wouldn't have faced much like that in the second division or any division.
Pretty steady that in any division. 500s, 550s, best of 182. Good nick. See it.
.77 for 3. I spoke to Justin Langer before yesterday's play, asking him about his time here at Middlesex. He had 3 years at Middlesex, the Australian coach, and 3 at Somerset. I think he's a big fan of young Australian players in particular coming to county cricket, players like Labuschagne who are learning the game, get more of an opportunity to play day in, day out than they would, for example, in the Sheffield Shield at home.
Labuschagne was first choice for Morgan. I think it was Sean Marsh, and then Sean Marsh broke his arm. Nets, World Cup. And as we thought, a change. Spin off, the lights are on, it's fairly gloomy. And Joe Root has to go to another seam, a seam at both ends.
Yeah, just had 1 over, Chris Wokes, before tea, and then was quickly replaced by Jack Leach. This is the end he likes to bowl from. Remember, he's got an outstanding record on this ground with bat and ball. Two bowlers on now who pulled the side out in 15 overs earlier in the season. Ireland, if you recall, different kind of pitch.
का बांग्लादेश, नेपाल, भूटान, सऊदी अरबिया, और यहाँ से आपने इसको कर देना शो ओनली सर्टेन कंट्रीज, और इसको हमने कर दिया सेव. ठीक है.
Say Wokes has been at his best in this game. He has been a fraction short. Just a one-day mode. Occasionally hits the splice of the bat. Just a little bit fuller.
यहाँ तक कि हमारी सेटिंग है. ये मैं स्क्रीन रिकॉर्डर पे इसलिए समझा रहा हूँ ताकि मुझे वो प्लेस पे जाऊँ तो आपको
That's when he's at his best. That's when coming forward.
यहाँ तक का हमारा कंप्लीट हो
I think we've
गया.
not seen a great deal of his swing, isn't it? I mean, all the seam.
चले जाना है.
The hope was, from England perspective, I think, that last year's batch of Dukes or made to the same specification would swing as they did last year. They haven't really been swinging.
Well, that's why the impact of Archer. You imagine if it wasn't swinging and you didn't have Archer. The dynamic of the series has changed from one cricketer.
और यहाँ से
Softly and so dependent on sideways movement because they didn't have pace. Losing the Ashes down under 4 zip.
स्ट्रीम पे चले जाना है. ठीक है.
It's 3 days turnaround, and then Headingley next week. Game starting Thursday. Forecast is pretty good for next week.
Three slips, a fine goal. They get a catcher now at short mid wicket. You can just see him on right of picture there.